welcome back to the channel. We just made it to New Mexico.
Yep, we just crossed state line. It's been a long day driving, but
yeah, we left the Rim, the Muggian Rim, about, I don't know, 3-4 hours ago.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. I had a little cold, so we ended up staying a few extra days.
Yeah.
And now we're essentially driving across the bottom of the large reservation up here, Navajo Nation, and we're entering the Zuni Pueblo.
Yeah, that's where we're headed. We should be there in about like 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna check it out, and then I think we are camping right on the other side at, I think it's a national monument, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. But it had water, so it was a big
yeah, a big draw, and it had it said it had a nice hike. And
yeah.
So
Stay tuned. Yeah.
It's all about.
We just stopped at the Zuni Visitor Center,
which is the first place they say to go when you come here, and I'm so glad we did.
Yeah, there's not rules, but just like ways to
certain guidelines to be a little more respectful, because this is an active village. Pueblo, an active Pueblo, and there's community here, and there's still, like, this weekend is upcoming Summer Solstice, there's a medicine man, we're not allowed to go in certain areas.
Yeah, and they remind you it's not like a theme park or like a tourist area, it's just like people's
preserving their way of life, yeah.
Which is really cool, it's really awesome.
So the plan is now, we're coming back tomorrow. We're coming back to the Pueblo tomorrow and hopefully do a tour.
Yeah, we need to get a permit to film, and she needed to talk to her manager to figure out which one we needed. Yeah, but for now we're just gonna go look for camp and get set up.
Exactly. Maybe stop for a bite. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
But
I think they're all down this way.
There's one more this way.
Choo-choos?
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Okay. We got pizza!
Yeah, we stopped at a place called Choo-choos, and outside there has like one of those banners for the side of the road that just says hot dogs. But they had a pretty extensive menu.
They have burgers and salads and chicken wings, pastas and subs.
Yeah.
And we're starving, so we're gonna have a piece.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's green chili on it.
Green chili, everything. Ooh, yeah, it's a little too hot. Anyways. Pizza time. It's a folder, huh?
It's good.
Wow.
It's good. Okay. We got a salad for later.
Much better than I expected by the look of the place.
Yeah, much better than a hot dog too.
Yeah, we were down for anything. Oh, that green chili's good. It's got like a good spice to it. Please fill out registration form and place post in front of your campsite. Okay.
We are on our way back to the Zuni Pueblo. It's like 30-40 minutes back away from El Moro campground where we are.
Yep.
We're basically headed back to the visitor center to get our photo permits and talk to the manager about potentially filming for YouTube. So we're gonna do that. We may check out the museum and grab a bite at, there's one like little inn in the middle village.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that also has sandwiches, we heard.
Big tradition.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna put the camera away. We may capsicums here and there, but we're excited to go learn more about the Zuni village and the Zuni people.
Yep, it's been a good day.
So this is the place that we cannot access right now.
Okay.
But because within the main plaza here, this is one of our brother and Kivas. So we have 6 Kivas within our religion. But our house priest is actually sitting in there right now, praying for the rain right now. Or like for the first Kiva, the group of men that are gonna take part in the dance in the upcoming weekend, the first group will do their dance of their summertime dancing, calling for the monsoons. After that process, 5 other Kivas have their time from whenever it started till about September to do their own dance, calling of the monsoons. So here we are getting into our middle village. Horno ovens. In our language, we call them hepokowe. So, used, like I told you, used for baking bread or using it as a crock pot. I think the third one's still under construction right now. But so this structure here will be of the early 1900s styles, where the rocks are thick, bulkier, heavier.
Yeah.
So with all that deposition below us, homes are actually shifting as time progresses.
Oh.
So this family moved out for that reasons.
Yeah.
Native Guadalupe here. Opened in 1631. So this was actually the first cemetery that our people constructed here, because before our ancestral burials were, or deceased were actually buried on the outskirts of our village in a fetal position with a pottery on its head. But after that was the traditional burials, but in the 1800s, word coming to the Spanish, our population is diminishing. Everybody retreat to Santa Fe. So they leave their structures, everything. They go to Santa Fe for the next 50 years. As they're out there, probably our people looking in saw that there was a couple burials in there. Oh, well, we can use it as a burial ground. So from there, they started utilizing it. 50 years later, they come back, we've got burials within their front yard. But when they, situated it, they actually cut it in half, put men on the south side, females on the north side. You can see the front door halfway buried.
Yeah, I noticed
so
that.
It is overpopulated, so nobody is to be buried here anymore.
Okay. Are they still buried in the fetal position?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay.
As the Spanish brought in the blankets and all this other stuff, we now just kind of wrap them up like a burrito,
Like that, yeah. Okay.
So let's just kind of go around here, since they're doing their doings here. We'll just kind of show you this around, and then we'll go back and park over there.
Okay.
And then I'll get with the creation story here. So just don't want to get in trouble. But so tomorrow, they're actually going to do making prayer sticks in that structure there in the background.
Okay.
Okay.
So from today, you're probably the last guys to take the tour, and then the next 3 days will be off.
Yeah,
just due to the religion going on. So men will make prayer sticks there tomorrow, and then the evening they'll start blessing them, and then tomorrow, in Sunday morning, they all gather up 5-6 o'clock in the morning, get these prayer sticks and head on out to their pilgrimage. And then the evening they'll come back with the rain dancers.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So it's all gonna start everything tomorrow. Women will start doing their mother dough tomorrow night.
Yeah, okay.
And some of them will start flaring up their ovens to feed the women that are gonna come and cook.
Wow.
So everything's gonna start trickling on. So anyway, getting into the creation story, all this has been taught through generations. This starts what we call the Big Bang Theory era, when the planetary system is getting situated out in the universe. There's multiple suns out in the universe. Father Sun is the creator, so we have him depicted on our shirts, jewelry, paintings, everywhere. We praise him because he's the creator. Anyway, he has 2 messengers, North Star morning star. They communicate to Father. They're told what to do. Father, Son tells these two stars, go into Mother Earth. At the time, Mother Earth was in another ball of flame, another sun. They're told, go into Mother Earth, go under the four worlds to make life. They obey commands. They dart into Mother Earth. Flame went out. Vegetation is growing outside Mother Earth. As they continue, they stop at the core of the world, known as the world of soot. In the campfire, the black soot that appears. This world, pitch black darkness, not knowing how life is, they make us like salamanders, webbed hands, webbed feet, tails, horns, scales. Living in this underworld, only certain species of trees will grow. Trees grew, they went up to the second world. Second world is the world of water, also now known as gas, which these gas companies are pumping from underground. Trees grew, they went into the third world. Third world is the world of algae, moisture buildup, because in the fourth world grasses are growing, vegetation. They can see the opening for the fourth world, wind is gushing in. Trees grew. Just before they exit out into the fourth world, the two stars appear to them again. This time they have a bundle. They said, Father, Son has given us this bundle. It's the heart of Mother Earth. Once you guys get into the fourth world, Father, Son wants you guys to go look for this middle place. Wherever you guys find it, this is where you all shall live. Telling everybody within these underworlds. Alright, they take the heart, exit out into the fourth world, which is the world of light, or present world. Emerging out of Grand Canyon, Ribbon Falls is where we emerge out of Mother Earth. By the way of the little Colorado River that flows within the Grand Canyon, we follow the river out of the canyon, traveling in the southeast direction. Traveling, they end up at our present Zuni heavens, which is north of St. John's, Arizona, consisting of two mesas. One mesa will be for the Kachinas that we believe in, that are going to make their appearance. The other mesa will be for the afterlife of our people. Since these are now spiritual worlds, the group was told, you guys can be here till your time comes. Gotta go up north. So they're traveling 30 some more miles up north to the place of hearts, grab or wash. In our language, we call this Hansapinki. When they settled there, which is approximately 36 miles west of Zuni, when they settle there, this is when the meteorites come down, impact Mother Earth, killing the dinosaur era. So the dinosaurs die. They're situated there. Now the two stars appear to them again, this time bringing in their arrowheads. Using them as knives, they take off the webs of our hands, feet, take off the tails, horns, descaling us, stretching us, longer legs for more land coverage to go look for the middle place. Now the group gets from salamander to human figure. Group now also divided into our clanning systems, which all these Pueblos have here. Now the group gets cut in half. Heart given to the first half. Go take this heart and go make a temporary home at Hawiku. You guys wait there. For these other guys are gonna go in search of the middle place. Wherever they find it, this is where you all shall live. So they come 20 some more miles venturing southeast again to the place of Hawiku, 15 miles west of here. BC arrows on the pit structures, waiting. This other group now cut in half, forming two groups. So now they're giving the choices of two eggs. One egg probably like an Easter egg type. The other egg probably like a dull, bleak, ugly egg. I guess that's Pueblonians. Oh, we're gonna take the pretty egg. Anybody would take the pretty egg.
Yeah.
So now they're told, once these eggs crack, whatever bird flies out of them, this is the bird to follow in your migration. Alright, pretty egg, crack, a black crow comes out. Their colors are reversed. The ugly egg nobody wanted, crack, a parrot comes out, a macaw parrot. Those are our brothers known as the Summer people, head down south towards South America, creating other indigenous tribes like Casas Grandes, Ojocan, along Phoenix, Tucson area, headed down south, Mayas, Incas, Aztecs, trickle down. These brothers never come back to us. Here, our group known as the Winter people go up north, covering places like Bears Ears, or covering places like Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, creating villages like Bears Ears, Mesa Verde, Aztec Ruins, Chaco Canyon, Bandelier. Once they hit Bandelier, they come down, they hit the Sandia Mountains, Trickling down, they end up towards Las Cruces, the Oregon Mountains. Those departing there now known as the Magion people. My migration company goes all the way around, ends up back at Hawik. What are you trying to look for? So from there, leaders send up prayers to Father Sun. Father Sun communicates to the stars come back to the people. Okay, Father Sun is going to make a water strider. It's a native spider that we have here. It's got 4 legs. It travels on water. He's going to make one about 3-4 times bigger than Mother Earth. Once these 4 legs touch the 4 seas of the world, wherever the heart is of this spider, we'll figure out where the middle place is. Alright, so now they wait. This will be the ending of the BC era. Water striders hovering above Mother Earth. Once the 4 legs touch the 4 seas of the world, this water strider shrinks to its original size. As it's shrinking, the heart from Hawiku, the heart just floats up from the altar in mid-air. These two, like magnets, these two are coming together. They they meet in our main plaza, implement themselves into the ground. People are like, guess it's right here. Middle place is discovered, starting of the AD eras. So shrine is built, village of Zuni is built around it.
Okay.
Years are going by. Word is getting out to all these people who veered off from the company. They found the middle place. They found the middle place. So years later, we get flux of people coming into Zuni. Zuni accepting some of them not.
Okay.
So this is where we take Chaco as an example. Word got to Chaco. Oh, we're supposed to be there. They told us to be at the middle place. So they pack up all their stuff, leaving their massive sites, come to Zuni. When they come to Zuni, maybe language, religion is not quite the same from one another. Zuni denies them access. No, you're not our brother. But them knowing that this was the place to be, they didn't go back home. They only went 17 miles east, creating village of the Great Kivas. That's how it's a Chiconian outlier site. We're closing up to the middle place. Let's live life. Living life there for less than 1,000 some years. Zuni now doing a checkup on all these small villages surrounding. They go to Great Kivas, same religion happening here as their, oops, they are our brothers. Guys, come back.
Yeah.
These are in that village. Almoro National Monument. Village up on top, water source. Guys, come back. Archaeologists there. Where did they go? Why did they leave? There's always water here. Because they can accept it back. Now Zuni is figuring out who's who among them. Zuni becomes the biggest Pueblo 1400s.
Okay.
That's when the Navajos, Apaches appear in our timeline. Coming in these areas being raiders, nomadic. Raiding our villages, taking the women, the food. That's when we become enemies. These two groups of people have the biggest plots of land, reservations. Here, us Pueblonians that covered all these states still have the smallest areas we had even.
Wow, yeah.
1500s come in the Gulf of Mexico. There's a shipwreck of master's African slaves. They capsize, they end up on the Texas coastline. Other indigenous tribes held them captive for about 6 years. They possibly flee. All got killed except for 4. 1 African slave, Estebanico Durantes. 3 masters, Deniza, Maldonado, Casadivaca. They're going to continue what their quest was for, looking for the gold, diamonds, rubies. So from Texas to our brother on Pueblo of Isleta, this African slave gets a hold of a rattle, red in color, has an eagle feather necklace, different color skin. He's either interpreting himself to be a witch or a medicine man.
Okay.
So he's kind of freaking Isleta out. Isleta don't want to deal with him. If you keep going west, you might find what you're looking for, the gold, diamonds, rubies. So they send him our way. But on a good note, on this letter, they send a runner ahead of him warning all these villages. So as he's trickling by down westwardly, 1635 approximate, is when he encounters our providences of our village. Kakima, 6-8 stories of pueblos. From a distance, sun is shining on the rock, glittering like gold. Mica, we use as windows, glaring like diamonds and rubies. Smoke billowing out. He's thinking we're paving our streets with gold. That's where the fable begins, city of gold. As he's continuing westward, he encounters other 6 villages, similarizing the villages of gold. But once he gets to Hawiku, our warriors catch him. Due to his saying that he was a witch or a medicine man, our warriors are hesitant to kill him. this African slave probably being captured in a little storage pit. Maybe him being claustrophobic, he convinces the two warriors that were guarding him, can I get some fresh air or so. The two warriors let him out. Just once he's let out, he takes off from them. The warriors are trying to run after him. They lose him. But once they gave up on him, well, if he goes much further south, the Apaches will kill him.
Oh, okay.
Or if not, nature, nature will kill him because that's all the areas. So as he's going back down, I guess he runs into his masters again. Now they continue heading south, get to Mexico, tells the king what they found here. So 1540, Estebanico and Coronado are paired together, go get the cities of gold. So they're coming our way. February 1540, they encounter provinces of Hawiku. July 7th, 1540, 2 miles west of Hawiku at an ancestral site of Shokbo. Very same day, our leaders are doing a pilgrimage to our Zuni heavens, which happens every 4 days to start off our summertime dancing. En route, Coronado comes, intercepts. Men are hungry, war erupts. War ends up back at Hawiku for a day and a half. Day and a half later, Zuni said we can't defeat them because we weren't ready for a battle. We were trying to do our ceremony. So from there, Zuni dispersed Hawiku. Coronado takes over Hawiku. Finding no go there, they come to Zuni. No go here, now he's sending his troops all directions to look for the cities of gold. No ones that went up north found the way up the Rio Grande River. Following it down, encounters Taos Pueblo and all the pueblos along the Rio Grande down to Islay. Still no go. Some remained in along the Rio Grande, some come report to Coronado. Ones that went east, went as far as the state of Kansas, no go. They're coming back. 1629 comes, oh, well, we have the Catholic priests. Let's make them Catholics. So they built the first Catholic church at Hawiku, 1629, known as the La Purísima Conception. A year later, this one is started, opening in 1631, known as Lady of Guadalupe. 1680, all the pueblos got together. Let's get rid of these guys, the Catholics, the Spanish. So Pueblo revolt. Revolt starts at Hawiku, Zuni. All of Zuni go up to the mesa because they know that the Spanish will come back with a vengeance with all the types of weapons they have. Revolt continues from Taos on down to Islay and scaring them back home. But once the soldiers got home, they were telling the king what Coronado was doing to the natives here. Coronado sent to prison. King sets up another party to go see what he's done to the natives. So they're coming the second time much more nicer. First time they come, we were only planters of corn, Indian corn growing 5-6 inches. Everything was wildly collected. Now they're bringing in corn that grow 2-3 times bigger, squash, pumpkins, melons, chilies. We're farmers. We become friends of trade of seed.
And that's the second time they came.
Yeah, same time. Yeah, all that, because we were planters, farmers. Cows, horses, sheep, different types of meats come into play. We're becoming friends. So and then not too far behind, the U.S. cavalry comes, the army comes. I guess we were so dominant in size to where the government did not want to move us. They just put a corral around us, a reservation. You guys stay here. Pueblos along the Rio Grande, smaller groups, they got taken out. Native groups taken up to Oklahoma, Kansas boarding schools. Some took the Tears of Trout. So people are being moved around, us being dominant, we're being left alone.
That's
Is that why this is the longest occupied
village? Yeah.
Okay.
Never abandoned.
Never had. Okay.
Now in the 2000s, us all natives have to stand together to protect our ancestral sites. There's years. Chaco Canyon was under hot waters not too long ago. So we are miles away from North Dakota, the pipeline. You guys are probably familiar. We had runners here take a staff out there. We support you guys. So now us natives all have to stand together these days.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
that is our history from the BC to the present year.
Wow. No, I think you covered it all. I mean, it's just incredible. The how far the history goes back.
So
and all the different episodes of like the Spanish coming and then the U.S. Army coming and all that. It's just it's crazy.
Well, that was nothing short of amazing.
It really was.
Tour guide, A+++. Great guy. I don't even care that we didn't get to see the plaza where the medicine man is performing his ceremonies. Anyways, that was great, and now we're just off to see the museum and potentially some shopping, maybe some jewelry shopping. Yeah. It was no filming.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
All the different like pottery and artifacts and depictions of the way of life and stuff. It was just amazing. Oh.
Yeah.
We just got back to camp and we're still like in awe from the tour. It was just incredible. Almost dropped the camera.
It was incredible. It was so, it's really something special to get to go into like a active Pueblo, I guess, where the community's still flourishing and using traditional practices, and the fact that there was a ceremony coming up this weekend.
Yeah. It was just
we're in awe.
It was unbelievable. Yeah, so Sean was great. He basically really dove deep into like the history and their cultural practices and stuff. And yeah, he was just really cool guy to go on a tour with. I think it was supposed to be an hour. We ended up being like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
I almost think 2 hours. Yeah. At least 2 hours with him. He told us their whole origin story. If you guys are ever coming into New Mexico, we highly suggest you visit the Zuni Pueblo.
Yeah. First, it's a little out of the way, but
yeah. But first and foremost, you need to go to the visitor center, and it's super easy to do a tour. Like, you just called the guy, and he was there within like 15-20 minutes. So I highly suggest doing that.
We weren't sure how long, if we had to like book it for the next day or whatever, but it was literally instant. And everyone we've come in contact with is just so nice and friendly people, wondering where you're from. But
anyways, and now we're back here at El Morro Rock. Is that what it's called?
El Morro Rock, yeah.
El Morro Rock, and apparently there's a ruins at the top of this.
Yeah, we're gonna check those out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do a hike.
Learn about that.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed, like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.